Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a new reading vlog, and I'm reading some ARCs that I have, and all three of them are from Netgalley, and one of them I actually have a physical ARC and an ARC audiobook from Libro FM, so I'm very excited. They are all romances. Two of them are adult, one of them I believe is YA, and then one of them is historical, and I'm so excited for all four of them. So I've already started one, and that one is First Comes Life by Alicia Ride. This is book 3 in the Modern Love series, I think is what this is called. I requested it on Netgalley a couple months ago and was denied, and then this showed up in the mail, and Libro FM for the ALC program, which is Advanced Listening Copy program, had this. I'm so excited they finally had another romance on there. They don't usually have a lot of romances on that program, but I'm currently listening to it. It has two different narrators, one for the female main character, one for the male main character, which I love having two different narrators, and it's really good so far. Gia is actually a makeup YouTuber, and I love that she's a makeup YouTuber, and she has been doing it for a long time. She has millions of subscribers, and her parents don't really take it seriously. She's like the failure child. She has 4 other sisters, and she's a twin, and she gets catfished by someone pretending to be Dev. Well, kind of. So they have control of his account, because celebrities don't always, you know, control their own accounts. Like, a couple people may have access to it who help promote things for them, like part of their marketing team, stuff like that. And so Dev is a very famous Bollywood actor. His parents, his family is very big in the Bollywood world. He has moved to the US to do acting still, and he is raising his niece, who is his brother's daughter. Obviously it's his niece, but his brother had passed away recently, and his uncle lives with them, and his niece does, and he's working. And Gia finally decides to meet him because she's like, he's in the US now and he refuses to see me. And so she shows up, and he's like, who are you? And so she's like, either he's pretending he doesn't know me, or I've been catfished and he actually doesn't know me. And either scenario is completely embarrassing and horrifying. And so that's literally the first scene, is her going to meet him. I'm actually already like 30% through the book, and I'm really enjoying it. They're actually fake dating now for a specific reason. I don't want to say why. I don't know what's on the synopsis because I haven't read the full synopsis. I usually don't read the full synopsis of the books I read. I just know about them and decided to pick them up, and so it's really good so far. Very slow, so they're both kind of attracted to each other, but they're just fake dating now. Dev is such a gentleman. He's so nice to her, and he's like, we can do it whatever you want. I'm so sorry this happened. He feels so bad it happened. And Gia, I really love her character as well, and we'll see where it goes. I'm loving this. So hopefully, I didn't realize how long it is. It's over 400 pages. It's not that long on audio though. It's like an 11-hour audiobook, so I'm loving it so far. I really wasn't a fan of book 2, but I really enjoyed book 1. Though I know people didn't like book 1, I really liked it in the series, The Right Swipe, and I was not a fan of book 2, so this one is starting out really well. The next one, I was actually corrected in my pronunciation of this title. It was in my most anticipated romances of 2021. It is a Faw Love Story. I said Faux, but it's pronounced Faw. And this one, I believe, is YA, and it is about 2 Vietnamese American teens falling in love and navigating their newfound relationship amid their family's age-old feud with their competing neighboring restaurants. I'm very excited to read this. I was so excited when I saw it in Netgalley and when I got approved. It comes out in February. I just love this pastel purple. It's one of my favorite colors. I love it on this cover because it's gonna be right here, even though it's not right here right now when I'm filming, but I'm looking at it and I love it. So I'm very excited to read this. It does come out on February 9th, and it's over 400 pages as well. What is up with me picking really long books? But I was very excited to get approved. Then I actually have a physical copy of The Duke Heist by Erica Ridley. I actually requested this on Netgalley, and then the author reached out asking if I wanted a physical copy for my Instagram. I'm picking that up today because my book mail gets sent to my parents' house, because I've been sending book mail there since I lived there in college, and I'd never asked to change my address because I knew, you know, with the apartment and the house, like, I wasn't gonna be in one place for a while, and I didn't want to deal with moving with publishers, so it still gets sent to my parents' house. Long story short. And this one I'm really excited for. I love the cover, and it says that as a woman looking to recover a stolen painting accidentally kidnaps a duke instead. So this sounds really fun. So they're adopted, and the main female character, one of her father's only wish was for the orphans to recover a missing painting. She's the first one her siblings turn to steal it back, and she abducts a handsome duke, and I'm assuming they fall in love. So I'm very excited for this. I'm so excited to read this. And let me guess, it's over 400 pages? No, it's 386, so it's just less than that. This one actually comes out on February 9th as well, and A Faw Love Story also comes out that day. I don't know the actual date this comes out, it just says February on here. But then I have the one that's the most exciting probably for everybody in this video, and that is Act Your Age, Eve Brown. This one I don't think comes out until March, and I honestly don't know the synopsis, so we're gonna figure it out together because I never looked at it. It's March 9th, so it comes out, and it's 400 pages. We're just reading really long romances in this video. So Eve crashes into the life of an uptight B&B owner and has him falling hard, literally. It says Eve is a certified hot mess, so it's time for her to grow up and prove herself. And the bed and breakfast owner is on a mission to dominate the hospitality industry. And she turns up out of the blue to interview for his open chef position. And he's like, there's no way I'm ever hiring you. So that sounds really, really, really fun. I'm excited. I love this cover. I love this series. Take a Hint, Dani Brown is my favorite so far. It was one of my favorite books of the year last year, so I can't wait. And I love this cover too. Just the fun, colorful, especially when they're pastel colors of contemporary romances just get to me. So this one and A Faw Love Story, and even the bright yellow amazingness of this one as well. So I'm excited to read all 4 of these. I am going to continue reading this, and then we'll see what I pick up next. I don't even know what I want to pick up next, but I cannot wait. Also, if you notice my sweatshirt, it is the Bridgerton sweatshirt with all the siblings' names on it from Literary Enchantments. Use my code Jess10 if you want to save on one for yourself. It's so comfy, and I love it. I mean, it's super simple. It's just all their names spelled in a row, but it's amazing. And they got different colors. They got sweatshirts, t-shirts, other Bridgerton merch, so check them out. Hello everybody. So it is actually Monday, and it is 3 o'clock, which you're like, whoa, I'm home at 3 o'clock on a Monday. We had a snow day today, which was not expected, but I had already taken today off because I said in a previous vlog we had an animal get into our fireplace and not be able to get out. They think it was a bird, and so we needed someone to look at it. They didn't tell us things we wanted to hear about our fireplace. It's very old, and apparently part of it's broken, and they can't replace it because it's so old. They stopped making it in the 80s. So our options are to spend a lot of money to fix it, like fix the problems but not be able to use it, or spend even more money to replace it. So lots of decisions to figure out about our fireplace. It's really cold. Our problem is it's not insulated very well because it's old. Our house is from the 80s. We'd have to get it re-insulated because sitting next to it, you can feel the cold coming through. Sitting on my couch, you can feel the cold coming through from my fireplace. And so we already have to get the top fixed because we don't want animals to keep on getting through, and there's like a slight drip in it now. So we need to get that fixed and then re-insulate it as well. So do we want to do a temporary fix and never be able to use it, and probably not encourage people to buy our house once we sell it whenever we decide to sell it because we're not going to be here forever, or get a new fireplace and suck it up and have no cold air come through and to be able to use it because we'd get a gas one. So I don't know, it was a stressful morning, but I had taken the day off anyways to deal with that, and then we had a snow day because of the ice. It was so icy out, so I get to keep my personal day and not worry about missing school today, which was really nice actually. So I always don't like taking a day off because then I'm like, oh, what are they doing now? It's 3rd period now. Oh, it's 5th period now. And I always like feel guilty that I'm supposed to be at school. So it was really icy. I went for a run this morning, which I should not have. And it was literally a sheet of ice. So I had to run in the street because the street was the only place I could. And it was still spotty with ice everywhere. So I was not surprised when they canceled school because it was a sheet of ice on the driveway. Like I literally just like skated down the driveway to get to the street, and I couldn't run on any sidewalks because they were a sheet of ice. So on my run, and while I did stuff today, I finished First Comes Like, and I think I'm gonna give it a 3-star. It was weird. So it did not feel like a romance. There wasn't really a lot of romance in it until like 80% in. It's very slow burn, and I wasn't connected to their romance. I had a really hard time caring about them getting together. It was cute in the beginning. I liked how we were learning about her and her parents not accepting her being a lifestyle vlogger, a beauty vlogger. YouTuber. They thought it wasn't really a real career. They were very much more into the medical field. Like all of her sisters are doctors and she was supposed to be a doctor, and they don't think she has a serious job, but they want her to get married and find a man. And then she's like catfished by a guy and she's like devastated, and then they have to fake date, but the fake dating didn't really like last a long time. They didn't really have to like fake date. They just got to know each other, but then they never actually had to really fake date. And then something else happens that didn't make sense to me, and then there was like a weird miscommunication at the end that just kind of dragged it on for another 10% that I really didn't feel like was necessary, and I didn't feel that connection between them. I had a hard time believing that they actually genuinely wanted to be together and that they had fallen in love with each other. So just that connection in the relationship was really missing for me throughout this entire book, and I think it's because it took so long for them to even kiss each other. Like we were 80% into this book, and it was just a very hesitant romance, I feel like is a good word to say. Neither one of them wanted to make a move. They were like worried about what the other one was thinking and feeling and wouldn't just come out and say it. And I don't know, it had like the good bones for a romance, but it didn't actually like achieve what it set out to do, which is sad because I wanted to like this one, but I like didn't care for the romance and I didn't feel any of the chemistry between them. And yeah, so 3 stars. It's more like a 2.5. I liked it better than book 2, but book 1's still my favorite. Book 2, the problem with that was nothing happened because they were just like stuck at a cabin the whole time. But in this one, still there was like not a lot with the plot. I'm like, when I think about it, what really even happened? Not a lot. So 3 stars. I'm disappointed, but I do have to take a break from reading the arcs and read a couple other books, and I'll be back in a second to you to talk about my next read. These puppies are crazy because it's been snowing and cold, so we haven't gotten to stroll them at all recently. We're at my parents' house on Saturday, and today is Sunday, but Miss Lily's going crazy, and she wants to cuddle. So, was Lily wagging her? Oh, I didn't wipe off her feet. She's cold. Okay, I need to wipe off her feet when I'm done talking to you. But I took a little break from this video because I had to read a couple other things for book clubs and stuff. So I took like a week and a half off from this vlog, but I'm back and I am reading Act Your Age, Eve Brown, which I'm so excited to be reading. It's already amazing and I'm only like 7 or 8% in, and I've just only seen rave reviews about it. And so Eve is immediately kicked out of her house by her parents and cut off from her trust fund. Eve's 26 and she's had like a bazillion different jobs. She's quit school, she's quit law school, and her parents, and she just had a really bad incident for her wedding planning business and shut that down. And so her parents are like, you need to take this seriously. We're going to stop supporting you. You need to support yourself. And then we'll reinstitute your trust fund. And now I'm 27 and I got a job right out of college. I've known for my entire life basically that I've wanted to be a teacher. I went through a little crisis right before college where I changed from being a math education major to an English education major, but I always knew I wanted to do high school. Right after graduating, I got a job. I interviewed at a ton of places, got offered 2 different positions, and took the one I'm in now, and that was nerve-wracking, interviewing for jobs. But I've been in my same position for 6 years now. I can definitely connect to the fact that I'm terrified of change, and I am terrified of ever leaving my district because I don't want to like meet all new coworkers and new principals and new curriculum and new students and new like culture and environment, and that like terrifies me. So I am happy and comfortable where I am, and even like getting a new job out of the classroom absolutely terrifies me. Leaving the classroom is scary because I'm comfortable in the classroom. So like getting out there and trying new things, I'm really impressed that Eve's been doing that a lot, but I'd never be able to do that. And now she's like just driving around trying to figure out what she's gonna do, and she sees a help wanted sign for a chef at a bed and breakfast, and so she's gonna go interview. And the love interest is interesting so far because he's interviewed like a bunch of people and he hates them all, and he's like a grump, I think. So I'm really excited for this. They haven't even met yet. They just met. She like said I'm here for an interview, and that's how far I am, but I'm loving it. So I'm so excited for the books in this reading vlog because they're all books I think I'm gonna love. So except for the first one I didn't love, which is really sad. But I'm gonna go ahead and do some master's work because I read a lot today already. I finished 2 separate books this morning and then started on Eve Brown. The other 2 books, I was like 2 hours left from the audiobook and 100 left from the end of the other one. So I've just been taking it easy today, but now I'm gonna make myself work. Miss Lily just wants to cuddle though. This boo-boo just wants to cuddle. Okay, and Darcy's staring at me. Darcy and I have been cuddling all morning, so she should be fine. But I'm gonna go and do some homework. And I keep on saying this to my sister, but I'm now 7 weeks out from finishing my master's. I'm already 3 weeks in to this class, and I have 2 more left, and then 1 more class. That's 5 weeks, and then I'm done. It's just getting so close to the end, and I'm so excited to not have to do homework all the time, on top of YouTube, on top of my job. So it's gonna be nice. But I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so it is actually Tuesday and it is day 2 of snow days, which was very shocking. Yesterday I said I didn't even think we'd have a snow day Monday, and then it snowed enough last night where there's a lot of snow on the ground, so we had a snow day today as well. So I am 80% into Act Your Age Eve Brown. I'm definitely gonna finish today. I'm loving it. Eve is just so charming and a hot mess, but in a good way, and I really love her and Jacob's interactions. Jacob is so endearing, just like Eve is, but he doesn't really like people, but then he finds himself really liking Eve and laughing with her, and they have their inside jokes and they just get along so well. But then he kind of pushes her away. He doesn't know how to like handle certain situations. He is autistic, and I just really am loving it. It's very adorable. She is still working for him, and they had some of his friends come in the picture, and then Eve, she's also coming to terms with her own identity, and I'm just really loving it. It's just adorable, and I'll probably give it 5 out of 5 stars. Their romance is so cute because it goes hate to friends to lovers, and they don't know how to be the lovers part because they're really good friends now, and it's just really cute. I just can't stop smiling when I'm reading it. I've laughed out loud at some parts, so adorable. And then I'm gonna pick up the Duke Heist when I'm done with this and enjoy my day off. I did have to go to the vet for my dogs. My sister was gonna go by herself today, but since I'm home, I could go as well. The appointment was at noon, so the roads were pretty much fine, but that took over an hour because we had to call them, then they come out and get them, and then you do everything over the phone, and it always feels like it takes twice as long as a normal vet visit, but they're fine. It was just Lily's checkup and getting their nails trimmed, so that's what I did today. But yeah, I got to work out with my sister this morning too, so back to school definitely tomorrow for me, but it was nice having a surprise 2 days off. But I'm gonna go ahead and get to finishing up Eve Brown and then starting it on my historical romance. Hello, baby. Hey guys, so Miss Lily wants her ball and Darcy's being adorable behind me, but it is currently Friday. Wow, okay, I had a snow day today again. So we had a snow day Monday, Tuesday, had school Wednesday, Thursday, and then Thursday night we had conferences. So I was at school from 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and I left, and the roads were a nightmare. It took me an hour to get home. The highway was like snowy slush and it was terrifying. 2 cars were on the side of the road getting towed when I was on my way home, so I was not happy. And then I woke up and we had a 2-hour delay, and then I showered, and then we had no school. So I couldn't work out this morning because I'd already showered and I was kind of annoyed, but it's fine. I went up to my parents' house actually today because the roads where I live aren't too bad. It's a lot of the side roads that are bad, and it was more so out where I teach, which got more snow, because once I got closer to home last night, the roads were fine, but it was like a good like 3/4 of my drive was like super stressful. So yeah, that's why I'm home on a Friday. It's actually like 3 o'clock right now though. So I went to my parents' house and read a little bit and then came home, but I did just film 2 videos for my Valentine's Day week. This video is going up on Tuesday, so I'm doing a video a day leading up to Valentine's Day for that week leading up to Valentine's Day. So I'm excited for all the videos I'm doing, but Lily should be tired because she was at my parents' house yesterday with my sister and then today with me. Be tired, dog, but she's not. Of course, she wants to play with her ball right when I film. I did finish Act Your Age Eve Brown, and it was adorable. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars though because it was really, really character driven. When you think of the plot, nothing really happened in the plot. Eve is working, and they are like leading up to this big festival, but we didn't really get any of that, and I feel like it was such a big part of what they were talking about in her job. I wanted more of that in it, and it was like the little moments for them, and it worked because of their characters. But I gave it 4.5 because I kind of wanted more to the plot than what we got. But Jacob was just so adorable, and I really loved him, and I loved how he was aware of how people thought of him and his autism, and Eve was so unlike how everybody else responds to his autism, and she sees it as so normal because Chloe, her sister, is autistic, and while they are very different people, she's not someone who's gonna judge someone because of it. She just like talks to them like they're a normal person, and she really loves Jacob because of who he is and his things about him, and I really loved it. So 4.5 out of 5 stars. I rounded up to 5 on Goodreads. It was just so adorable. So cute. I think book 2 is still my favorite, but I did end up starting the Duke Heist, and it's okay. I'm not loving it. She ends up kidnapping the Duke on accident in a carriage, and nothing really happened because of it. She thought she was trying to make it seem like she was ruined to force his hand in marriage, so she kind of goes along with it because she doesn't want him to know she's trying to steal the painting, and they're actually falling for each other. And I think what's gonna happen is like he's gonna figure out she's getting close to him for the painting, and he'll be like, oh, it wasn't real all along kind of thing. So I hope that doesn't happen. If it does, it's gonna knock it down a star because like I'm waiting for that to happen, and I really don't want it to. It's too obvious of a plot conflict to happen, but we'll see. So far, I mean, I like the found family. She's like really protective of her family, and they're funny, and they all have like roles that they can play in society to like do things. So she is used to like spying and stuff. She spies on Parliament, and one of her siblings, her adoptive siblings, is acting as like a crazy aunt of hers so that they can have like a chaperone, and another brother climbs a lot of things, I think. So it's interesting so far, but I'm not absolutely loving it. But I'm hoping to finish this today. I'm about halfway through, and then read the Faw Love Story, which I'm really excited for. Hey guys, so I finally finished this. Why is my hair always, I always have little things sticking out, but I finally finished this. It took me a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I had mixed feelings, as you saw when I was reading it in the beginning. But once finishing it, I really enjoyed this. I'm giving it 4 stars. I do think it was a little slow in the beginning, and what I thought would happen did happen, but not in the way I thought it was. It wasn't drawn out. It was resolved very quickly, and it happened a little earlier on than like the 3rd act breakup, so I appreciated that. I liked how they kind of overcame that pretty quickly and like addressed the situation instead of all this miscommunication. So I was dreading the reveal of why she was trying to be around him for the painting, but it was really good. I really liked the found family aspect in here. Chloe is from a family of orphans, and he hasn't really felt a family ever, and so he's jealous of her, and then he likes all of her siblings, and it's really adorable. And this is definitely a different social class romance. Chloe is terrified of being forgotten and not seen, and she feels that way with Lawrence. She feels like she's never gonna be good enough. No one remembers her. No one is gonna see her as a good enough person, and so he does do a grand gesture at the end, which I appreciated. I really enjoyed this. I'm giving it 4 to 5 stars. Like I said in the beginning, it was taking me a little bit to get into it, but it was just adorable. I really love the family in here and how they're all like quirky and unique. And the next book is going to be a Sapphic Romance, which is very exciting. It is going to be with Tommy, who is her orphan sister. Kind of like they met at the orphanage together, and they really grew close and got adopted together, and so that's really cool that it's going to be a Sapphic Romance from Forever for historical in paperback. So I'm really excited for that, and it was just cute. I would definitely recommend it. Oh, also, I just watched Chelsea's vlog where she read Arcs, and she read Actor Age Eve Brown, and felt the same exact way I did about the ending, how there were plots like the whole festival plot that weren't really fleshed out enough, and like the end just didn't satisfy me as much as I thought it would, and she agreed. So I thought that was really cool that we had the same thoughts on that book. Like we both really liked it. She gave it 4.75 and I gave it 4.5, but yes. But now I'm off to read a Faw Love Story. I'm really excited. Lisa and Lacey just announced their Lunar New Year readathon, which is super exciting. I'll link their announcements down below where it is reading Asian authors for the weekend. So I'm going to be doing that when I finish this vlog, but I'm going to go and read some and probably let my dogs out because I think they're wanting out. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so it is now Saturday night. I'm just hanging out with the dog. My sister's at work. It's just the 3 of us, and we were cuddling, and I'm 30% into a Faw Love Story, and I still don't think I'm saying that correctly because she even talked about it in the book itself, how to pronounce that, and I looked up a couple of videos, and it's like Faw, like it has that inflection in it. I can't get it right, but I looked up the characters' names, and so it is Ling. It's L-I-N-H, but it's pronounced Ling, and Bao, so it's B-A-O, is the hero's name, and so far it is absolutely adorable. So Bao and Ling have rival Faw restaurants, and their parents hate each other. And so they met when they were young, like 6, I think. Maybe it was a little older than 6. I don't remember. I think they were 6. But they met when they were really young, and their parents saw them hanging out and they were like, no, and like pulled them apart. And even though they go to the same high school, it's huge. So they never see each other, and now they're kind of hanging out for the first time because something happens and Bao helps Ling with something, and it's so cute. They're like hanging out together for the first time right now, and I love it. They're just adorable, and they're like, wow, we actually like really get along. We really like each other. They're working on a project that Ling's best friend put them on because Bao's on the newspaper. He's like in the newspaper class, and she kind of like wrangled them both to work together, and it's adorable. And Ling's an artist, and she really wants to be an artist, but her parents are like pushing her to be an engineer, do something that makes a lot of money. And then Bao doesn't know what he wants to do. He's just like, I'm just mediocre, like I'm not good at anything, and he doesn't know what he wants to do, and he feels a lot of pressure to figure it out because both of their parents are immigrants, and they want the best for their kids, and they want them to have really successful lives and like be wealthy and get successful jobs, and so they can connect on that part as well. So I'm really loving this. It's making me hungry though because they both work at a restaurant and they're talking about food all the time, and now I just want to eat, but it's like 8 o'clock at night, so no, I'm not going to, but it's adorable so far. I'm absolutely loving this book, and I'm really excited. I am putting this up on Tuesday, and it comes out today on the 9th. So check this book out. Same with the Duke Heist. Both of these come out today. So go check this out because I'm absolutely loving it. I have high hopes for the rest of the book. It's just so cute. Hey guys, so it is actually Sunday. I have the game on over there with Miss Lily. The chair looks awful, sorry. The dogs love the 2 chairs, and that blanket's falling off. It normally is not falling off. It normally looks a lot better than how my house looks right now. But I finished A Faw Love Story, and I'm giving it 4.5 stars. It was so cute, and they really delve into their family drama and like why their families hate each other and trying to reconcile that. And it really puts a strain on their relationship because they do end up deciding to see each other, but then they're kind of hiding a lot, and they're both trying to hide what they want to do from their parents because their parents are the very strict in the sense that they just want the best for their child, so with their futures. But I did like though how their parents weren't too similar, so while they were both wanted them to have like the best, most successful professions, one of them was more lenient than the other and accepting than the other. I need to let Lily out. 1 second. Okay, she's outside. But Darcy just looks so cute all curled up in a ball. Do you see that? Anyways, what I was saying was that I gave it 4.5 stars though because I wanted the romance to be a little bit more developed. It's just I wanted them to have more time as a couple. I don't know. I just feel like there was a little bit missing there for me near the end where they didn't even spend that much time established as a couple. I feel like there was a little bit of a time jump, like a week went by or 2 weeks went by, and I wanted more seeing of them like together. They were hiding it, but I wanted to see them together before the big conflict happened. But overall, I really enjoyed it. 4.5 stars. It was such a cute romance. I definitely am excited to see what else this author writes. I love this cover, and I really want to own this now because it was just adorable. I really enjoyed it. I'm telling everybody to read it now. It's just a really fun romance, and it's gonna make you want to eat because Lily's barking at something. It's gonna make you want to eat because they both work in a restaurant, and then they go out and try new restaurants together for the school newspaper, so they're eating all the time, talking about food all the time. I really liked how they delved also into how people judge their parents because their parents are immigrants, and they have an accent when they speak English, and so a couple times they're judged because of it, and someone's really rude at the restaurant saying they need to go back to where they came from. And I know a lot of immigrants do face that a lot of that stigma and stereotyping and just hate by people, and it's really sad. And I really love that was in here, and how it really frustrated Bao because he's like, my family worked so hard to get here and they sacrificed so much and they don't have anywhere to go back to, and it's just very frustrating when that happens. But I love this so much. It touched on a lot of topics. It was a really cute romance. 4.5 stars. I'm rounding it up to 5 on Goodreads, but I definitely recommend this. Lily needs inside, hold on. Lily is happy and inside. But overall, I really had fun with this reading vlog. I had 4 books I read that were arcs that I was super excited for. 3 out of the 4 were at least 4-star reads. I do think I liked Act Your Age, Eve Brown the best, then A Faw Love Story, then The Duke Heist, and then First Comes Like. But overall, I had a lot of fun. Let me know down below if you're gonna read any of these, if you've read any of them, and what your thoughts were. I'd love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.